Alright, hello and welcome back to Allies of Justice. We pick back up with Adsay. Currently, still in this trap between wake and unwake. As you begin to look about and notice that all the other paths of yourself seem to be converging to a single spot, all of which seem to be moving forward with you, as they all look to be pinpointing into a singular final destination, walking in this endless sea of darkness. But just before all your paths seem to merge, you notice one of those paths does not seem to be here. As you look about, you see that the last one, the weaker, timid version of yourself, doesn't seem like it came back from the darkness to converge with all your other paths.
Well, I didn't get any indication that I can't look back in this situation, so could I peer back, see if I could see him?
As you peer off into the far distance, you see an obscurity along the darkness that is this plane. It looks humanoid.
How far back?
A while.
Well, the old friend did say I was gonna be probably not coming back completely myself, I guess. I don't know
As you
that.
say that and you consider moving forward, you look and you see all the other three seem to be staring at you. The older, more mature, braided-haired version with its cravat and proper prim, like petticoat, just like giving you a steely glare. The feral one with red irises, teeth bared like a creature about to pounce, looking down at you as well. And the large, colossus-looking monster that you only recognize to be yourself only by chance of understanding this situation, with its one remaining human eye looking down at you as well.
I think to myself, figuring that I'm gonna get through this. I still need to be. I will still be myself. And that the timid part of me, that wasn't what got me through everything. Like, it was a part of me, but it wasn't me myself, so I figure that I can't risk losing my chance to leave this place by going back for it, so I would make the decision that I trust that I'd be able to retain my personality, my identity, if I just continue on and leave the timid part of me here.
Adze, Ingel.
Yeah.
Do you leave a part of yourself behind?
He looks to the others. So do any of you have anything to say to me?
Silent, stern, feral, and unnatural. All seems to be looking down at you, wordlessly.
I don't want to. I can't leave everyone behind. I think I might be able to power through this. The old friend said that there's a chance people would be able to come back with themselves intact if they're strong enough. He's gonna start heading back to drag that timid piece of shit with him.
So as you turn back from the other paths, they stand there, watching you go, as you rush back. And moving through this darkness, it takes a lot less time than you initially thought from the original, distance. As your feet hit the ground soundlessly, making your approach. And as you do, you can see yourself currently huddled down in a fetal position. Sound of slight weeping coming from him.
I come up to him. Oh gosh, this is what it looks like from the outside.
Why even go on? It's my fault that they died to begin with. I belong dead.
Hey, come on. It's not our fault. Can't control everything.
We control everything. We do. We made those decisions.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna have to live with that. I mean, we're gonna have to live with a lot of decisions going forward.
It would pick its head up and looking at you, and eyes filled with tears. Do we even deserve life?
I want to think that we do. Naomi seems to think so. I trust her.
All we do is hurt her. If we love her, why do we want to hurt her?
Well, she did tell me that she wants to stick by me through it all. Figured if I did just give up, that would probably do more damage than it would to be beside her through everything. Besides, she'll help us pull through. And we'll keep going for her.
Keep going. Help. None of that helped Kronk. We killed him. And they don't even blame us for it. We belong in here.
As he shakes his head, no. We made a mistake. We went off away from the group. Got captured. We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into, and we made a mistake, but Kronk's death is not on our hands. It's on the hands of someone else, and as far as I know, that someone else is gone now.
Is his blood not on our hands? You watch as he unfurls his hands, and you can see they're just leaking with blood. Then whose blood is it? Who have we baptized ourselves in?
As he swallows. We lead a very interesting path. Our lives have been filled with a lot of violence. We thought that we were going to be able to at least focus that into something good. Something that we can control, that we can use for the betterment of people. Kronk seemed to give us that option. It's gonna be blood going forward, but it doesn't mean it's all gonna be our fault, and at some point we're gonna be able to wash it off.
Maybe you can, but I can't.
What are you doing? Last time I checked, you are me.
It just gives you a scrunched eyebrow look and looks down on itself.
You're just the part of me that I often let myself lead myself astray, because I can't. I'm too concerned with what I'm doing, the consequences, doubt. It's kept us out of some trouble, but it's also kept us out of a lot of good things. I think right now I can't go back without you, though. I thought I could, but no. You're still me. You're still a part of me.
You don't need me. Nobody needs me.
Ansei kneels down to get to his level. I need you. Because if I'm gonna get through this, if we're gonna be able to keep Naomi safe, we're gonna need to be cautious. We're gonna need to keep ourselves in check, in line. All those other me's, they're a little too gung-ho on where they're going. A little bit of doubt isn't gonna hurt anyone.
As it just turns its head to look at you. Your path still not touching, but its eyes now locked onto your form.
Okay, so let's do this for her.
Let's do this for her.
Ansei nods, standing up.
As a timid you would stand up as well.
Alright. Well, we already know the way out, kind of, sort of. Let's head over there.
And as you turn around, you see the other U's standing behind you. To the point that you're in the center. As all four slowly begin to walk into you.
I allow this. I accept myself.
As you gasp awake.
Looks up.
As you beam Naomi in the chin.
Oops. Sorry. Goes over, hugs her. Hi.
You're
to
okay.
Welcome to the world we're living.
Yeah, pulls away, looks at Naomi. Hi, Naomi, how are you doing?
I was worried about you.
Thanks. Well, I'm here now. Yeah, that was an experience. Don't ever let me do that again.
What happened?
Yeah, I need to know a bit more about what you actually did, you know?
Do I remember, Mr. Am I suffering from amnesia, or do I recognize?
Roll another willpower.
Okay.
You recognize bits and pieces. You can't remember much other than walking around darkness, seeing split off parts of yourself, and a memory of silver and blue, but knowing it's your friend, but not knowing why.
Okay. I remember a lot of darkness. There were other me's splitting off. I remember like silver and blue, those colors, for some reason they make me think of a friend. I don't know exactly why, but
I was meaning about more what you did beforehand, but no, eh?
oh yeah, that yeah, I let my mother help me, but I don't think
Look.
I should probably do that again.
You sure that is your mother? Like, what evidence you got that that's actually your mother?
She seems familiar. Like she's putting me on a good path. She's keeping me.
Is she?
She's warning me about a lot of things, about things that Yaji needs to be warned and taken from. It's.
I just say it that way. Like, whatever that spirit is, they seem to be a spirit of some kind of kitsune. And, well, if you're not a kitsune, then they shouldn't be your mother. Doesn't work like that.
Well, I mean, like, how much do you really know about spirits, exactly how they work?
Shrugs, just a little bit, but it makes sense for them to be what they were, you know?
Maybe. Well, if I ever get the chance to talk to her again, I'll ask.
Probably should.
As he just pulls Naomi in for another hug. I was so worried I was gonna see you again.
Why?
I don't know, like, bunch of darkness. It's foggy, but just concerned.
Well, I'm glad you woke up.
Yeah, so am I. everything been all right with you? Are you all right?
Oh, yeah. Yashi and Crystal went to go look for a route for you.
Yeah.
I look him over. Does he seem to be...
Clammy and all that? Yeah. He still seems to have, like, flu/cold-like symptoms.
Yeah, you're not exactly looking too great.
How do I feel?
Like you have a flu/cold.
Kind of just closes his eyes. Yeah, I think I'm. Yeah, he kind of just lays back down on Naomi's lap, his head. I think I'm gonna just rest for a little bit.
I won't blame you for it.
How about Akko and Kite? Have they come back yet?
Nah, I assume that'd take a while, you know?
Alright. Well, I'm not really in the mood to, listen out and watch for anything. Can't really be a scout, so I guess one of you can do that.
I'm not much for looking, but I can listen.
Not much for either of those, honestly, but give it a shot if you have to.
Alright. How long has Yaji and Crystal been out for?
No?
Half hour now?
Okay. We should really work on us being split up. I don't think that's gonna be a good idea going forward.
It's not ideal, but hey. I suppose we're just worried a bit. Want to make sure you're alright.
Alright.
So around this time, Yaji and Crystal would slowly start to be making their way in the distance towards the camp.
There you go.
As he turns his head looking around, seeing if he could see them.
They're in the distance, but it looks like they're making their way.
He weakly raises a hand to wave.
Pretty sure none of them can see you.
Okay. Well, good that they're coming back. How's the Garnox? Is it up yet?
As you two take a look, it seems to be on its legs now and lightly munching on grass.
Seems alright. I don't know animals too well, but hey, seems to be pretty good.
Ah, good. Good. How about our clients, Farah, Mullen, and Akko's father? How are they?
Right. Aka's father's got some weird thing going on with his arm.
What?
That's
Crystal didn't get to everything?
No, it's something else. Something to do with a shadow man or something. I don't know. He didn't want to talk about it at the time, but maybe talk about it later. He's still tired, but whatever. For the most part, he seems alright. And then there was Merlin seems to be okay.
That's just sighs and nods.
And Farah seems to be okay as well, I suppose. I haven't really been talking to her.
Okay, good. Just one thing after another with the Shadow Man. Don't know what that's about. Guess we'll deal with that later.
It's around this time the messenger bird lands on your chest and just starts chirping, tilting its head, looking at you, Adze.
Kind of just perks looking at his chest and smirks. So Naomi, have you figured out a name for this?
No, not yet.
You should think of one.
Well, do you want to help think of one?
I don't know, I've never named anything before. I guess blue is a little simple.
We'll think of something.
Yeah. Kind of brings up a hand to try to pet it.
And with your cold, you just see the color of silver and blue feathers just fly away from you before you get a chance to put a hand on it.
Kind of blinks up at that. Huh. Rests his hand down on his chest, just relaxes into Naomi.
Maybe we should name him Sora.
Sora. Sounds nice. Where'd you get that name from?
It means sky, I believe,
Ah,
in some language.
some language. That sounds nice. Just relaxes.
I'll pick up my harp again and start playing.
So, a decent amount of time passes by after this. Yaji and Crystal, you would make your way back, and saying that Adze is now conscious, a lot of the tension seems to have faded. You would have spent the time creating the broth and soup for Adze to take and eat, which would have done tremendous help with your symptoms, allowing you to rest easier and whatnot. And actually, after getting so much, you are able to make enough even from Mirnock, which Adze, mute yourself.
Oh, sorry.
Which was also good enough or its effect was helpful enough in Mirnock's case to bring back a lot of the strength that he lost. But after about 5 hours have passed, people taking small naps as needed, Adze, you seem to start to regain your strength. After spending all this time with Naomi, Vedran, Crystal, and even at times, Yaji. As, if you guys want, you can rest until the new day.
Yeah, probably will.
So, with cascading rounds of watches,
Unless
everyone...
Yaji's gonna do his thing, but whatever. Sorry, go on.
He wouldn't be able to. He would actually.
Okay.
Because Akko and Kite aren't here. So, Yaji does the thing.
Oh, yeah. There's no reason why it wouldn't.
Yeah. As Yaji creates the oasis for you guys to take your rest in. All of you go into your own separate huts and finding the comfort that you can in there while in the wild. Anything that Yaji was able to give to you. And as you all begin to go to sleep, Vedran,
Yeah.
you start to have another dream.
Oh. Okay.
But this one feels a lot less like a memory and more tangible.
Okay.
as you begin to understand what you're doing is dreaming. So as you begin to understand that you're in this dreamlike state, why don't you go ahead and describe what you do?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's your dream. Go wild.
Probably be dreaming like of kind of long fields of grass, which to him are like strange and exciting landscapes. They just kind of be like him and Rico kind of lying down on that, maybe having a picnic or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something pleasant and calming.
It seems to be a pleasant landscape, these large fields seemingly going on for an endless degree. The wind picking up in just a perfect hue to always put Rico in the most picturesque types of poses, and even better than that, just looking at her beautiful form, not scarred or damaged, her eyes looking at you filled with love and what they used to before what happened. And she seems to be looking at you and smiling. Which is around this point, as you're starting to foster this dream, along the edges, all the grass slowly begins to turn brown. And the air that was warming and filled with pleasant scents and sounds slowly starts to chill and begin to smell more rancid. And the perfect, picturesque form of Rico slowly begins to melt like wax.
Yeah, imagine springing up at that. Hell is this about? So,
As you feel like a claw-like index finger scrape against your chin from behind you.
kind of slap it away as he turns around.
As you turn, you don't see anything. But then you can hear from behind you, currently circling around like a creature or predator in wait. That was a good shot you made earlier. I'm assuming you were hoping it would be fatal.
Well, if you are who you think I am, I was assuming it would make you go away, which it did. Mission accomplished.
Momentarily. So one of you is a shiner after all.
What's this about? What do you want?
Wonderful little playground you have. Shame that something happened to it.
It's none of your business. Alright.
No, what is my business is something that you're getting in the way of.
Really now? Is that your what? Little army of crooks?
Is that what? Your little group of failures?
I don't know, from where I'm standing, it appears you're the one who lost.
And where I'm standing, you watch as the Chthon-like figure, ashen gray mask with only 2 eye holes that only peer into darkness, would move in front of you. Long, black, shaggy, unkempt hair would cascade from their head. And around them, a black and white looking words.
Horns,
Uh,
cape, dress, skirt,
Japanese clothing.
garb,
Kimono?
kimono.
Yes. Kimono. Seeming to fit their form, though unnecessarily revealing.
Right.
I let you live.
I suppose you want me to ask why?
Because I willed it. I allowed you all to escape. Such is the ring of power. You get to make decisions for others.
Is there purpose to this? I was kind of having an annoyed time till you showed up.
We don't need to be enemies. I hit you, you shot me. In my book, that's eye for eye.
Well, you did kind of attack me first, you know.
Semantics.
Right.
So, I'm here to offer you a deal.
Really? What kind of deal would that possibly be?
One of yours has stolen something very, very important to me and my kind. If you return it, we can settle this cordially.
What exactly is that that's been stolen?
A jade greatsword.
Great sword. Who's stolen that then?
Your little batch of failures.
You know, if you wanted to make a deal, insulting the people I travel with probably isn't the best.
Well, that's
Plans.
the kind of thing I do when the people you travel with killed my minions and then stole from me. So I'm giving you an offer. One without bloodshed, or I can have no qualms with tearing them apart.
Really? See, the way I see it is, don't get me wrong or anything, I'm sure there's some exceptions. Witches aren't exactly the nicest of people out there. And like, apparently, you and your big creature, whatever the hell it is, you've killed quite a few people with it. So I would assume you definitely fit in that area of not quite nice. So chances are, if you're trying to make a deal with me, and you are, as you say, not quite nice, that's probably because you can't guarantee a victory.
Can't guarantee a victory. Is this your decision?
Unless you can make a better argument. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to you playing your pieces on the board then. Oh, have fun with your playground.
I will.
They would just smirk and back away. Their masks staying the same size even though they seem to be moving from you, but their form seeming to orient with how they're moving back to the point where all you can see is just this mask and their form seems to be nowhere in sight. And with that, the mask begins to turn like a knothole into darkness until nothing seems to be there.
What a dick.
Otherwise, everyone else seems to have a relatively peaceful sleep.
Yay.
As several hours later, you all seem to wake from your slumber. Each of you moving from your huts as normal, to hopefully start the new day without any issues. You can create RPs from this point.
Do I remember this?
You do.
Cool, that's what I know. So yeah, I mean, Venom would kind of leave after preparing himself as normal. So,
He looks like he's having a good time. I took a screenshot.
So somebody else go ahead and pick up with your morning routine while he's disconnected.
I guess eventually at one point we'll go over there to greet/feed Adze in the morning.
You're going over to their hut
No, I'm going to Adze's.
where
Adze
Naomi
where
is too.
Not my problem.
All right. Tell him what he sees.
Well, what, does he just look in through the window?
Well, are you in your hut or her hut?
Either one, really. I
Well,
think
you gotta pick one.
it would probably have been
pick
Naomi's.
Naomi's,
Yeah,
yeah.
it would have been Naomi's. So if you
Okay, yeah,
went over
'cause
to
she does have windows.
Yeah. So if you go over to Adze's hut, it would be empty. He wouldn't have gone in there. Wouldn't have left anything in there.
Oh, yeah, well then we'll peek in your window now. Not even gonna try to hide. It's too late.
Right. Well, if you peek into because I assume that there's different windows for the bedroom, or maybe it's just all one room. But anyway,
It's all
right. If they're still asleep, I guess you'd see Adze holding Naomi in his sleep. He'd be quietly breathing, maybe a little bit of a snore here and there, but just kind of just holding her a bit tight, seeming doesn't really want to be too far from her at this current moment. But he's clearly having a nice sleep right now. Unless you make a bit more noise, then he'd probably wake up.
Is Naomi awake?
No, she's sleeping.
Guess I'm gonna go bother Crystal or Meridoc.
Aw, you actually gave them a moment.
Yeah, I care about you.
I see.
So, Mirnock seems to be actually up at this time, currently sat up in a Indian-style sat, and currently, from as far as you can tell, looks to be meditating.
Well, we'll just leave food near his position, and I guess we'll just go tend to the Garnox. Or Farah. Farah's a thing. Yeah, let's go mess with Farah.
Please don't.
As you go, and at this time, it looks like she's huddled over one of the desks and looking to be writing.
Well, like, I knock on her door. Like, I'm not peeping through everybody's house.
Alright, so she'd come and blink a few times, just look up to you with curious eyes.
Curious. No, it was coming to check in on everybody and giving food.
She would nod her head and reach back, getting her writing pad, and just simply write, "Thank you. Doing well. Thanks for coming by and asking."
Not a problem. Do you know if Mulan's awake?
I don't believe I do. She seemingly keeps to herself most of the time.
Well, if you need anything else, let me know.
Actually, yes. There was something I was wondering if I could ask you.
Yeah?
Is there something going on?
What do you mean?
I mean, it seems like there's more and more hushed conversations going on, and there seems to be a lot of attention towards what's happening between Adze and Naomi. And yesterday, I only heard part of it, but Crystal was mentioning some pretty strange things, so I was just wondering if there's something going on.
Do you know what Adze and Naomi are?
Yes?
And what are they?
Actually, hold on.
I don't think she's ever really been told.
Naomi would have
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. She would say, they're a couple.
Well, that is a part of it. You should watch your back around Naomi. She's one of the Kasune folks.
Wow. Wow.
I gotta play it, man.
You're a dick.
Oh,
Well, tell the truth sooner.
what?
She's one of the Kasunes. But Adze has fallen in love with her.
I mean, I would... And you can see, like, she's trying to, like, write things out, but, like, pausing. Then eventually it'd say, "Are you sure?"
I'm very sure. I saw her transform.
She would look at you, trying to gauge what you're saying. How long has she been a kitsune?
Always. But how long she's maintained that form, I don't know.
So has Naomi never been Naomi?
It's possible.
She would take the bowl from you and just kind of give an absent-minded nod before closing the door behind her.
Alright, well,
That's one. That's one friendship I
Yeah.
ruined.
yeah! Now to go to tell on Gravy. No, with everyone I care about, I'm gonna go to the fire and just fuck around in there.
Alright, so if Edrin doesn't die again,
Alfie, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
you can now attempt to describe what you were trying to say again.
Yeah, Bedouin would set himself up for a day as he would normally leave and call around anyone he can see. And weird questions. You guys have some kind of, what was it, jade greatsword?
Alright, so at this time, I'm the only one of the party who is active. Because other people decided to sleep and skip this session.
Yeah, the only one that is out currently is Yashi.
Yeah. Do you have some kind of jade greatsword or something?
Think there may be something like that back at their base, but none that I've seen.
So what you're saying is you're not sure.
Basically.
Right, okay. Just had a weird dream. Need to confirm some few things. I'll get back to you on it if they do.
Oh, what's wrong?
And he would walk off. I'd rather not explain this to everyone individually. Need to confirm some information first. We'll go from there.
So it's around this time. The camera moves with Adze and Naomi.
I think guys by this point would probably stir. Stir. Look over at Naomi and smile. Look out the window, see that it's daytime. Yawn and look back to Naomi. I think it's time for us to get up.
Oh. Did I sleep in?
I don't think so. I mean, if you did, I certainly did. Did you sleep all right?
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, I slept pretty good. No weird dreams?
No.
No, me neither. So just get up, unwrapping his arms around you, letting you get up by yourself. Just get stretched. Alright. Well, So, Naomi.
What is it?
I, so, before I, before we before we left from, Elp, I talked with Gravi for a little bit. Told her about, what what I am. At the time, I only had the mantis leg, but she proposed the solution that she might be able to help fix me in a way concerning the mutation. Though I don't know how easy it will be now, considering both my legs are now affected.
How was she going to fix you?
Well, she told the party before. She has the capability of, if they weren't in the state for too long, bring people back from the dead. She proposed that she could rubs his face, kill me and then bring me back. I'd be a lot weaker than I was health wise, but I would be, and then while I was dead, cut off the like severing the mutation, and hopefully
She would kill you?
yeah, it's not the best option. She understood, but it was an option that she gave me. And there's a chance that it may fail, that I could just stay dead. So obviously it's not the first option we're going to go to. And again, I don't know if I'll be able to get through 2 legs gone. I don't know if, I mean, by that point I would be barely any sense of use to anyone here, but I know that you would prefer that I lived instead of going on and then mutating and possibly dying, so
I don't want you to die, I'd say.
yeah, I know. But yeah, so that's just an option that's on the table. Although again, I don't know if she'd be able to do it now with how far I've gotten. We'll just have to see.
Okay.
No, it's alright, well, guess we could get ready then. Hopefully Akko and Kite are coming back by this point.
Yeah, they should be back soon.
Yeah. Ezra just start getting his stuff together. He'd look around, his Sora, like, sleeping in, like, one of the beams or something.
Make a spot check.
Okay.
Sora, make a hide check. You can do it, Sora.
Pretty sure it's gonna find it.
You can do it, Sora. Sora, Sora, Sora,
This is awful.
Sora.